Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. My name is Carrie Drinkwine, and I am a certified regenerative health practitioner and traditional naturopath. I have been a clinician for many, many years, and I'm so fortunate and grateful to also own the Institute of Regenerative Health, where I train and certify regenerative health practitioners around the globe. In this video, I'm going to go over the basics of molecular hydrogen and why the bottle that I'm about to present to you today is the lead and the top bottle in the world. So hydrogen is the simplest of all atoms. It consists of one single proton and one single electron. It's actually where all of life was created from, and it's the smallest atom in the world. So I'm going to give you just a basic overview of the cell to understand the deep level of importance of molecular hydrogen and its role in human vitality. So every single cell in our body produces what's called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. This is essentially the energy that we have, and it's produced by the mitochondria of our cell. In addition to producing ATP, we also produce what's called reactive oxygen species as a side effect. Now, reactive oxygen species, also referred to as ROS, can be beneficial and some can be also harmful. When we have too many reactive oxygen species present, this is actually what turns into oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is essentially the precursor to all illness and imbalance, as well as inflammation in the human body. So being able to reduce the level of reactive oxygen species in the body is essentially being able to reduce the oxidative stress and create homeostasis and balance within the cell, which is more important than you know. Molecular hydrogen can penetrate every single cell in the body. It's the smallest molecule in the world, and it's even able to penetrate through the skin. Molecular hydrogen is the single most effective and powerful antioxidant on the planet. According to many resources, adding hydrogen gas to water increases its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. So what does antioxidant mean? It's actually the cell's ability to detoxify itself. Molecular hydrogen has this very unique ability to actually penetrate the cell and begin to influence and upregulate the function of the mitochondria. It not only is increasing energy, but it's also upregulating something called NRF2 pathway. I won't go deep into that, but know that that is the cytoprotective pathway of the cell. It means the ability for the cell to self-repair, detoxify, and protect itself. Pretty important. If we had proper function of NRF2 pathway in every single one of our cells, we would not see imbalance or illness in the human body. So you can imagine how incredibly influential molecular hydrogen can potentially be if it's able to upregulate this pathway within our cells. In addition, molecular hydrogen has been studied and scientifically proven to significantly influence the reduction of aging process, improve muscle recovery, increase brain clarity, and overall function of the human body. The list goes on and on, the benefits of molecular hydrogen, and there's no lack of scientific evidence to support these claims. Molecular hydrogen has over 2,000 published studies showing its miraculous health benefits and has shown to also positively impact and influence over 170 different disease ailments. Now, part of the reason we're seeing so much illness and imbalance in the world is because we have too much oxidative stress in the body. From being exposed to daily chemicals, pesticides, the stress of life, processed foods, all of these things combined have increased our reactive oxygen species production, as well as created an increased level of oxidative stress in the body. And when we have an elevated level of oxidative stress, this is the beginning of cellular decline, and it's deeply connected to the pathogenesis of all neurological diseases and other illnesses. So molecular hydrogen serves as this very unique biological property that's able to not only penetrate the cell, but selectively scavenge through the body for pathological damage. So it basically knows where to go. Hydrogen has this beautiful intelligence, and it will travel in the body to the areas that it's most needed first. To put it in very simple terms, molecular hydrogen basically scans the body and goes to the areas where it finds the most stress. But one more really brilliant thing about molecular hydrogen is it not only can scavenge the body and find the stress, it actually leaves the healthy reactive oxygen species alone, such as things like hydrogen peroxide and superoxide dismutase and nitric oxide, which are all really critical to normal cell physiology and normal cell function. So, molecular hydrogen is brilliant, restorative, and selective in its process, and it leaves the good guys alone. So, just to recap the basics, molecular hydrogen is shown to potentially reduce oxidative stress in the body. It's also shown to increase energy, increase cellular function. It's also shown to decrease LDL cholesterol and improve HDL function in a scientific study with patients that actually had a metabolic syndrome. It is one of the world's most powerful antioxidants, and it helps prevent organs and cells from damage. It supports you to strengthen your natural antioxidant system, and molecular hydrogen acts as one of the most powerful forms of an anti-inflammatory. Molecular hydrogen acts as an anti-inflammatory. It's known to decrease pain in the body, especially joints, protect your muscles, and improve the effectiveness of exercise. It helps with recovery after exercise. It promotes a better pH balance in the body and in the blood. It can support healthy blood sugar in the body. It's been shown to prevent obesity and also balance metabolic function overall. One of my favorite parts of molecular hydrogen is also that it can actually prevent DNA damage against radiation. So it's really creating this cytoprotective capabilities of the cell. There's many studies that are linking molecular hydrogen to potentially protecting against cancer and reducing the side effects of chemical treatments that can occur in the body. It's also known to calm or reduce allergic reactions, increase the functionality of the immune system to fight infections, and decrease the risk of cellular decline. It really helps every single gland, organ, cell, and tissue in the body function at a higher level and a more efficient level. It has been shown to help support decreased hunger, reduce mood disorders, help with wound repair, as well as decrease arthritis in joints. Molecular hydrogen is also able to break through the blood-brain barrier, which is incredibly beneficial as a therapeutic modality to help recover from any damage or injuries that have happened within the brain or any neurological dysfunction. Some research studies have also shown that it can decrease the risk of toxemia and preeclampsia in pregnancy and improve fetal brain development and decrease things like autism and cognitive disorders in children. And one of my favorite things about molecular hydrogen is it is being shown to help influence the expression of genes. So helping genes express in the most positive way. One little brief thing about genetics is actually only 5% of our genetics actually determine whether we develop disease or not. It's really up to the way that the gene expresses. And when the cell is in a healthy environment, it will express in a positive way versus in a disease state. So molecular hydrogen has this amazing ability to influence the gene expression of the cell. It goes right into the mitochondria, and it has the ability to help regulate autophagy. So there are so many benefits, and to date, there are currently no known side effects or bad side effects from molecular hydrogen in all of the thousands of research studies that have been conducted. So I hope you can begin to see that molecular hydrogen is really the future of regenerative science and regenerative medicine. It has a huge potential in the body to help self-regeneration. What I love to say the most about molecular hydrogen is that it awakens our body's own inner wisdom, and it helps our body repair itself. It is essentially activating the healthiest and highest expression of every single one of your cells. So with that said, let's talk about how do we get molecular hydrogen into our body? Well, molecular hydrogen water has gained a lot of momentum and a lot of attention around the globe, and you're probably looking online and seeing bottles that vary all the way from $30 to $80 to $500. That's all over the board. So I want to break down for you why CellPower water, designed by Nuno Nina, is the highest quality bottle in the world. This is not just a molecular hydrogen bottle, it's actually a device. We like to refer to it as the vitality vessel or the earth in a bottle. And I'm going to break down each aspect of the bottle, and you'll begin to understand why this device is so powerful and so unique. Now, let's begin with the base of the bottle. The base of the bottle actually contains meticulously calibrated magnets that are in the bottle. These are not electromagnetic, but they are just magnetic. The magnets in the base actually mimic the Earth's core, providing the Earth's magnetic field for you. In addition to this incredible feature of the magnetic field of the Earth, you can actually unscrew the base of this bottle and attach it to a liter bottle, another plastic bottle, and screw it on and actually run the 9-minute cycle. This allows you to add molecular hydrogen to large vessels of water outside of just this bottle. If you have children, it's a great way to activate molecular hydrogen within a bottle of water, and you can send them out the door with that water. So these are the features of the base. And in the CellPower bottle, we have 3-minute, 6-minute, and 9-minute cycles. The 9-minute cycle is only for use in larger vessels like 750 milliliters to 1 liter bottles. You will use either the 3-minute or the 6-minute cycle on this bottle specifically. Now let's move to the lid. The lid actually has 3 very unique frequencies in the lid, and there's so much research around water and how water holds memory and can be imprinted. The work of Dr. Emoto really shared a lot of this, how you could influence the water with words, with emotion, and it would create a different formation in the water. So Nuno Nina, who is an incredible inventor and scientist, has meticulously crafted these 3 frequency cycles to help influence the body and human health. The 3 different cycles are one, which is LumiVitae, which means light of life, and these mimic the frequencies of the sun. We know how important the sun is to human health and to our body. There's also suggestions of how the sun actually creates structured and living water and helps our body self-repair. So in our bottle, we are mimicking the frequencies of the sun through the LumiVitae frequency cycle. The second setting of frequency is one that's called energy, helping impact the mitochondria of the cell a little bit deeper. And the third setting is recovery or restoration. So obviously you would be running this more towards the early evening, working on recovery and restoration and balancing reductants and oxidants in the body. That really is the power of molecular hydrogen. The oxidation is increasing energy, and then the reduction is working on the reductant side. So we're always balancing the reductants and the oxidants in the body to obtain a beautiful level of homeostasis in the body. The CellPower bottle also has chromotherapy, which is really just for aesthetics, but a beautiful LED light that can change colors and just provide some visual gratification. It's portable and durable and fits perfectly in your hand. I can't tell you actually how amazing it is to have a bottle that is just the right size for the palm of your hand. The CellPower bottle has been meticulously designed directly by Nuno Nina, who has spent years in clinical practice working with molecular hydrogen in restoring human health. It is a rarity to have a bottle that somebody has clinical experience, is the inventor of, and isn't just reselling another product. This bottle does not exist anywhere on the market, and I'm about to get into the most important part, the hydrogen. Molecular hydrogen, in order to be produced, has to go through a process of what's called electrolysis. Electrolysis is simply creating an electrical charge to create a biochemical change. Now, this process can technically be what's called a dirty process. It produces more than just molecular hydrogen. You can produce ozone, you can produce chlorine. There's lots of byproducts and contaminants that can be produced in this process, and it's extremely important that you have a high quality proton exchange membrane, also known as the PEM. We actually have the strongest self-invented membrane in the world. Currently, the best membrane in the world is considered to be the DuPont, which we actually were able to tear right in half. Nuno has meticulously crafted an indestructible membrane to last a lifetime. one that's not coated, therefore it's not leaching metals into the water. This is another thing that you have to be cautious of. This membrane is also extremely necessary for the production of molecular hydrogen and to remove and release the contaminants and the byproducts that are produced by the process of electrolysis. And the next most important thing to understand is the electrodes. In the process of electrolysis, you need to have high quality electrodes that are actually coated so that they aren't leaching metals into the water. But Nuno has gone the extra mile to produce the highest quality and safest electrodes possible to prevent from any leaching of metals into the water and to create a longevity in the device itself. Nuno actually had the ability to purchase a multitude of bottles and take them all apart and was able to actually see that almost all of these bottles were not actually producing molecular hydrogen. In addition, their parts were cheap. They would compromise the quality and the integrity of the water, and the electrodes, in his opinion, were a low quality that could potentially create leakage of metals into the water. Now, let's come down to the last feature that I really want to talk about, and that's the low voltage of our bottle. So the voltage of our bottle is done at 2.3. And this is really important because we are able to deliver the purest hydrogen water to you through this unique combination of the frequencies in the lid, the magnetic field of the earth, our process of electrolysis with the most advanced proton exchange membrane in the world, with a self-releasing property where it's able to remove the contaminants and the byproducts out and safely release them, leaving you with pure molecular hydrogen water. And why part of this is important is most ionizers or devices in the process of attempting to produce molecular hydrogen actually make the water way too alkaline. Our bottle is so unique because of this low voltage and because of the membrane. We're actually able to keep and maintain the pH of the water. So the pH of the water that comes into the bottle is the same pH that will come out of the bottle at the end result. Another amazing feature that I actually want to share is that this bottle can do cold or hot water, and it can withstand temperatures of up to 100 degrees Celsius. So you can prepare the water, so you can boil water for tea per se, add that hot water into your bottle and prepare hot molecular hydrogen water. And then last but not least, it even comes with a wireless charging base. Every aspect of this bottle has been meticulously thought out and carefully crafted and designed by the incredible inventor Nuno Nina. So I hope it's become clear that you really do get what you pay for. If you're purchasing a molecular hydrogen bottle that is on the cheaper side, there's really no possible way to design a bottle for that amount of money. It's either not producing any molecular hydrogen, it doesn't have a good quality membrane, the electrodes are cheap, and I would consider those to be potentially harmful side effects. So we really are the best bottle on the market with the highest and the most cutting edge technology, and we have been able to produce a therapeutic level of molecular hydrogen between 1.2 and 1.4 within our bottle. I hope this information was incredibly helpful to you to see why molecular hydrogen is so important for human health. And if you drink water, why not make all of your water molecular hydrogen water? I also hope you see why our bottle is the highest quality bottle on the market. There is nothing like it. This is truly a multifaceted, high technology, cutting edge device. And we look forward to bringing molecular hydrogen to your home very soon.